Well, hi there. I'm Fenwa.
I'm Lobst.
I'm Zemo Weasel.
And welcome back to Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. It's been a while since our last recording.
That's right, and you've got a law rank 1. Soon you will be in the Florida Bar Association.
We altered our country to look like a skull.
Boss, I'm starting to wonder if recruiting the soldiers with a Fulton isn't a little heavy-handed.
I already don't like where this is going.
I think the voluntary approach could be more pragmatic. Technically, we're not a corporate entity, but at our size, that's not too far from the truth. We can't keep using guerrilla tactics to find new blood. To search for volunteers, select recruit from the menu, or select trade to exchange soldiers with other mercenary units.
Yeah, provided we got the friends for that.
Oh yes, the trade feature. We use that all the time.
Oh, I'm sure we'll demo it on the same video that we demo Versus Ops. That's a thing, right?
Okay.
Wasp,
Oh no!
vulture,
All
wombat,
these soldiers are wounded.
honey buzzard, wolf,
Stop it.
pelican.
Stop it.
No.
I do that shit all the time. Oh man. Okay.
So this is what the recruit system looks like.
It's just a black screen.
I don't know if there's anything like special that appears on this extra ops screen aside from just soldier search.
Nothing. All you get is the field test, which we'll show in a later video actually.
Okay.
But for now we have outer ops to terminate.
Just a very appropriate demo.
Yes, that was the demo of. Well, the problem is that when you do the recruit system, it actually plays out a mission with an ending, and so it looked weird in the context of the rest of the video. So this is what happens after you do outer ops. I'm never going to show this screen again, but this is just the actual rundown of our 6 dudes attacking those 2 dudes. Way later in the game, when you have a lot of battles that involve fighting mechs, it's important to see which of your soldiers are fighting with machine guns and which ones are using rocket launchers, because you'll want to use the rockets against mechs and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And so when you defeat the enemy via outer ops, then everyone levels up and you get researching for new tech. And sometimes you can get volunteers that typically have better stats than your regular dudes. That said, we're never going to see that again.
Put Sea Otter in your team.
I will.
I forget. Can you rename soldiers in this game?
You can't, and I've actually noticed that there's a little bit of overlap because they ran out of animal names at some point. So you could technically, through a sufficient amount of grinding, have a team that is nothing but sea otters.
Can have a bunch of skinks.
That's right. So this ends up being my rhythm for outer ops, where after one mission, I'll send dudes out, and then after the next mission, I'll recall them so that my mechs can heal up and I don't have to worry about actually losing one of them.
I love the management aspects of this.
And we have a whole lot of stuff to research.
Got a new Walkman, yo.
Each of the individual Walkmans has models that you can look at, as well as descriptions of its product specs.
Yeah, the Walkman is actually the only thing that, in the localization to English, didn't get any changes at all, aside from the text.
Kojima.
Yeah.
I hear it's changed to the Zune in the Xbox version.
You're kidding.
We should check that out.
Ah.
Microsoft wants to pretend that doesn't exist anymore.
Xbox being Zune.
You should use your Windows Phone 7, Snake.
Fenwa, I don't understand what those 2 onomatopoeias were for after you finished.
Snake, infiltrate Dr. Strangelove's research lab and either deactivate or destroy the AI. The lab's built into some ancient ruins, so find those first.
Snake is ripped.
Yeah. So now we have the sneaking suit. So the nice thing about having the sneaking suit is that you have those different equipment loadouts for the different types of uniforms, sneaking, stealth, and battle. So now I can, continue to be White Snake during combat and have my combat loadout, and then use the sneaking suit during stealth missions and not have to do the sticking around between every single mission.
Survival.
I keep scanning over this stuff on the right side.
Box tank.
To see what you're doing?
Even though I'm not really doing anything. Should I go with the Solid magazine or the Solidus magazine?
Yeah. I guess we'll never know.
Femwa's currently playing through Metal Gear Solid 2 at the moment, and he still has not met Solidus Snake. Doesn't know anything about that.
Nope.
Man.
Nor Gaseous snake, I believe.
No.
Vapor snake.
Doesn't exist.
There's no...
Sorry, it's
Plasma snake.
it's the terrible triplets, or whatever.
The terrible infants, you mean? Come on, you're playing Portal Ops, you should know that.
Portal Ops?
I've already played through Portable Ops, and it's already exited from my brain.
Portable Lobst. And we're back. When we last left our heroes, we defeated a flying tank, and now we have to move on to the rest of the game.
What awaits our mulleted heroes? Let's find out.
Mulleted.
Some scouts are really hard to spot because they use grass or dirt to camouflage themselves. They blend right in with the natural surroundings.
Somebody there?
Oh, of course.
They've got a beat on you.
This is one terrible aspect of this. I can't remember if we covered this in the last video, but there are guys in ghillie suits that are just near impossible to spot.
Snipers and laser sights are a deadly combination.
Yeah, and they have a very long cone of vision, so they'll see you, and you'll have maybe a second to get your camo index up before they spot you, and then all hell breaks loose. Those fuckers.
He's actually a swamp creature that wandered in from offset.
And the worst thing is that the ghillie suit guys also run really quickly, so you have to, like, chase after them to seek you see them. And since we have an alert status, that means more guards are just coming into the area.
Who gives a shit? I never liked these Fultons anyway.
Yeah, we'll just use them all up on these guys and then have none left for POWs.
Start talking.
Why are you interrogating this guy? Good lord. I was sent in to neutralize you guys. That's all I know.
What kind of grass are you using?
Swamp grass, I guess.
And I think you did that. Because yeah, more dudes are actually piling in through the place that we need to get out of here.
Oh, well, everything's perfectly normal.
Yeah, so how does that work from a bad guy perspective, where they found out that they're under attack, and then they hear a lot of gunfire, and then the gunfire stops, and they're like, okay, everything must be back to normal. I'm not going to go investigate that area.
I think Metal Gear Solid 2 was the only game that actually had the enemy soldiers investigate a little bit further whenever there was a distinct lack of communication in an area.
This one does it sort of. If a guy is in the middle of radioing and you take him out, the enemy base freaks out.
Sneak in.
Oh yeah, so this is the video where we tried out syncing and couldn't figure out how to use it. So what syncing does, if you've snaked in with your co-op buddy, and then you sit around for a bit, then you sync up, which actually increases your camo index and your speed. The downside is that once you snake out, you lose that sync. What we were actually trying to do here is figure out how to share items, which doesn't actually require you to be in sync, you just have to be in the same co-op bubble.
I don't remember any of this.
I remember this. So at this point I figured out how to...
I think you may have had me drugged at the time.
No, I figured out how to steal your Musang Nagat for a bit.
Oh. Okay.
Super curry.
No, it's spicy curry.
Not in my life.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it doesn't actually give you the item. As soon as you get out of the co-op bubble, you lose it again.
Sneak out. Hey, let me borrow that!
So, that's stupid.
There's a sound clip of Snake or the co-op buddy saying, "Let me borrow that," that actually ended up in one of the sizzle videos for this game. I believe it showed up in the Assassin's Creed video. Because, you know, Kojima.
Awesome, let me borrow this box. Let me borrow this straw.
No, that comes later.
Let's play that Metal Gear game where, like, you cut a helicopter with swords.
That's not out yet.
It should be.
somebody there. He's here!
Yes,
Is somebody
perfect.
Oh, I see.
Oh yeah, he was right there.
Oh, it's terrible. Oh, look at that. That's a terrible situation.
And you're out there doing your own thing. Look, sometimes I fuck up.
I'm well aware of this. Having experienced this once before when we were recording this, I can confirm, or beyond the shadow of a doubt, that Fenwa does in fact fuck a lot of things up.
Mm-hmm. And more dudes come piling in through the door we need to go out through.
Oh, this mission is a total shit show. I think this may have been the second time that we attempted this, and it eventually got to the point where...
Right, yeah, because on the first time through, we had a really nasty encounter on just the first map, and so I said, let's re-record, and you said, okay, but you only get one.
Yes.
So, thanks.
Well, you know, I have very limited time, so...
That's right.
And this is all in service of advancing the plot. Eventually we get better.
Fulton recovering a helicopter?
But not today.
So I forget what the chaff grenades do. Do those like disable weapons or?
Those disable specifically the AI weapons, so I'm not actually sure why I brought them with us.
Yeah, chaff grenades, like they've been in the series ever since Metal Gear Solid 1.
Yeah, I remember. They just go like, and then like little dust falls from the sky.
All sorts of sparkly particulate matter.
They disable security cameras, which aren't even in this game.
Hey.
Tu m'as trouvé. C'est moi, le loup.
French. Fini de jouer à cache-cache. Dis-moi qui tu es.
Please, do not kill me.
You're no soldier.
I am a tourist.
What's your name?
Please.
What are you doing here?
Cecile. Cosima. Caminada. You're not one of the soldiers? Please, lower your gun. Who are you?
I'm an ornithologist.
A poacher?
The gun's for self-defense. I'm looking for that one rare bird in Costa Rica.
Which one? The quetzal?
Right, the quetzal. They're rare, but they're not covered under the Washington Treaty.
The resplendent quetzal is red-listed.
Really? You know your stuff.
I am an ornithologist myself.
Well, we'll have to compare notes later. Here, drink some of this.
You saved me. They told me this was a paradise. That there were more rare birds here than anywhere else. That there was no war here. That it was safe. They told me it was every birder's dream. But they were wrong.
What happened?
If only I had not recorded that stupid voice.
Voice?
I was trying to capture the quetzal song. Making my way through a thicket, I saw immense runes towering before me.
I chase it away. It will bite you unless you kill it. Go home.
You're the one who made the tape.
I am loyal to myself. Who's there?
I was captured by that woman. But she was kind. She gave me food to eat and even bathed me herself each day. But she said I could go home in a month. So whatever you do, don't take off the blindfold. Do so, and you will never leave here.
Guess you didn't listen. How'd you escape?
I waited for an opening. Stole an ID card. They almost caught me, but I managed to elude them.
you made it this far and then succumbed to exhaustion.
I was barefoot, with no supplies. Oh, I am so sorry. I drank it all.
That facility, did you see anybody else in there?
Well, there was another woman, but I never saw her in person. Because, you know, the blindfold. Oh, yes. She often sang.
Sang?
It was such a strange song.
What kind of person was she? Could you tell anything from her voice?
I don't know. I don't even know why I was held a prisoner. They confiscated my equipment, my supplies, my passport, money, everything. The only thing I was allowed to keep were my undergarments, so that I would not be able to escape. And now, I am without even the means to prove who I am. I will not make it home to Paris like this.
In that case, come to our place.
Huh?
You don't need a passport there. Don't even need a name. If you want to go back to Paris, we'll take you there anytime.
What I want is a shower, a change of clothes, and a cigarette.
I've got a cigar. It's Cuban.
No French cigarettes? I prefer unfiltered.
Fresh out. But come back to my place, and you can have all the French cigarettes you want.
It sounds like heaven.
Close, but not quite. Outer heaven.
It is sounding better all the time.
So, you must have gotten a look at the facility when you escaped, right? What's in there?
Lots of machinery. A big computer, like you would see in a university.
What about the room where you heard the voice? Anybody in there?
I don't know. There was a tube. A large tube in the back. When I approached it, I heard a voice.
What did it say?
Jack. Yes, it simply said Jack over and over.
Jack.
Listen, you've got to get me out of here. I really need a shower.
Wait here. I've still got business to take care of.
What? You're not thinking of going in there, are you? You can't leave me here.
Relax. I'll have some friends pick you up.
This is Miller.
One for recovery. A civilian.
Snake, we don't have room for any more civilians here.
Not even for a blonde Parisienne.
A what? So she's, pretty foxy?
See for yourself. If what she's saying is true, I think we found Paz's friend.
The missing one?
I'm thinking that she's the one that made that tape. Have her listen to it when she gets there.
So she's safe then. Good news.
I'm sure Paz will be glad to hear it.
You bet. Snake, the ruins are just up ahead. Head north.
On my way.
What about me?
Stay put. Ever wonder what it's like to be a bird?
Huh?
And we're back.
Oh god!
Okay.
All right.
So,
Fuck! I
let's
forgot
see.
that this game had game parts in it.
Yes.
Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, an interactive motion comic experience.
Yes.
Man, this map has become ingrained to me just because there are so many other missions where you come back here. At this point, we're just trying to figure out how to vault over this wall using this mechanic that never worked in the PSP version. So we're taking full advantage of it here now that we know how to use it.
Now FMV stands for fuck, minuscule amounts of violence.
What?
It's one of those hot fork in the tail advertisement references.
Oh,
This game has asymmetrical gameplay.
Yes.
that's right.
Looking forward to the Wii U version of the Metal Gear Solid HD collection.
So most of these dudes are wearing helmets, so we're back to our old MO of tagging dudes and then just waiting for them to fall asleep on their own.
Later on, I get frustrated enough with this, with just waiting, that I just plug them full of darts and waste my silencer in the process.
Yep. I think if you get a dude 3 times, he's out, regardless of where you're shooting him.
Yes, and thankfully they don't question why they were just stung by a bee 3 times in...
Rapid succession, yeah.
3 Bs.
That's CBs, freebies.
CBGB. Oh, and that was the sound of your first dude falling asleep.
Orbeez!
Oh, it's a Grim Fandango reference. You guys have played that, haven't you?
I have not played Grim Fandango.
What the shit?
Cop out. Cop out. Wake up.
So speaking of things guards don't question... Oh, never mind. So they don't question why one of the dudes was asleep with a tranquilizer dart embedded in his body. But when 2 guys get stung by bees in a row, it's a big deal.
Oh, lazy bones, you better get up.
I think my favorite thing about tagging dudes is that then when you CQZ them, the first hit causes them to fall asleep.
This is HQ.
All clear.
It's adorable.
Understood.
Ah,
Return to
man,
base.
it's pretty uncomfortable sleeping position.
Bees!
Fulton recovery helicopter is complete.
Hey, hooray, helicopter. Why does he have to keep saying that?
He has to let you know every time you fold a dude successfully.
Can you, like, fail while they're up in the air? Can you, like, look up and shoot them?
Just the act of shooting somebody's Fulton balloon while they're in midair.
That's a real dick move.
Yes.
What? It won't open. Damn.
It won't open. What's wrong with it?